first segment of the news is brought to you by KFC.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Makush Lapindo with your JCN News. It's great having you with us. A massive labor strike still looms as trade union Congress officials say all efforts to consult the government have been exhausted and that nationwide strike they threatened could soon happen. Greg Smith has the story.
It was just on May 6 when TUC officials rallied their troops to bring workers up to speed on issues affecting the labor force and put them on alert for a possible strike. At the time, Trade Union Congress President Obie Ferguson promised to have unions shut the country down this month if the government did not adhere to their cries. However, TUC Director of Communications Fred Munning said that although they were able to meet with the minister, strike action is still on the horizon as the meeting yielded no results.
We are sick and tired, as we're telling you now. Don't worry about when the 3 days will be. They come in, and they come in sooner than later. There will be 3 days. We represent people, the lives of children and families, people who have mortgages to pay, people who have to send their children to school, people who have to buy food for their families, and people are playing with their lives.
The union is asking for the government to use their authority to have employers come to the table for negotiations with union representatives to address the urgent issues.
What we were told is that they have reached the end of their road in their conciliation. There's nothing they can do. Well, if it's nothing that they can do, we can do something. When we raise the issue of sandals, when we raise the issue of the nurses, we raise, well, the president is here. Let them tell you what their situation is. We have called on the Minister of Labor, we have called on the Director of Labor numerous times. Their position is we are simply conciliators. We can't force anyone, but you have powers to demand. Not asking anymore, we're demanding it because it's constitutional. They're obligated to do it. And if the Ministry of Labor can't cause them to come to the table, we will do what we got to do. That's all. It's very simple.
The TUC is requesting that amendments be made to the Employment Act to address issues such as redundancy pay, gratuity, working hours, and commission. More than 24 union organizations are reportedly on board. According to the TUC, there are pending industrial agreements for more than 10 unions. Reporting for JCN News, I'm Greg Smith.
Well, Labor Minister Shane Gibson, meantime, telling reporters that he continues to meet with union leaders, and those talks, he says, are going well. The minister is hoping to resolve several matters still outstanding, and he says while the outcome may not always be ideal, the issues of workers remains a priority of this administration.
We are not always able to have them resolved to their liking, but we at least want to keep the dialogue going to make sure that they have an avenue to discuss any issues that are of concern to them. And so on Friday we met with the Commonwealth of Bahamas Trade Union Congress, and yesterday we met with the National Congress of Trade Unions and their affiliates. And the meeting went pretty well. We were able to identify some issues that are of major concern to them, including some amendments. And so, you know, there are some very important issues. There are some landmark issues that could really affect the unions in a major way, a couple of the major unions. And so we're now working to see how we could very quickly have those matters dealt with, because you have too many members, too many lives that could be negatively impacted if we don't deal with those situations.
Meantime, the Bahamas Industrial Manufacturers and Allied Workers Union is calling on the government to step in a bid to force Morton Salt officials to sign a new industrial agreement for the Inagua plant. That agreement has reportedly been outstanding for 5 years. According to Union President Jennifer Brown, Morton Salt workers are disrespected and continue to suffer as a result of the unsigned agreement. She said the union is prepared to join fellow union members in the event there's a nationwide strike.
The Department of Labor has not been able to cause an agreement to be negotiated between Morton and the Bahamas Industrial Manufacturers and Allied Workers Union. Both Labor and the tribunal seem incapable of bringing this matter to closure. We join hands with the TUC and the NCTU, along with workers of this country, in sitting out for 3 days with a view of causing the parties concerned to bring closure to these matters that have been outstanding for over 5 years.
According to Ms. Brown, there are at least 3 issues that are pending for negotiations.
The variation of the work week, that's number one. and then it's double time, you work on your days off. Everything that is happening now is no consultation with the union. They do what they have to do, and then they advise you afterwards. Sometimes they don't even advise you. So that, and right now, employees, they're in a low mood right now. They don't know what's going on, what is happening, and we have an issue with the tribunal, and they're like, if this is the law, why do we have to go to the industrial tribunal for them to do what the law says? So that is a major issue that we have right now. And with the contract, the employees, they want their wage increase. We've been negotiating from last year. We had an issue came up. The company refused to continue negotiation until the results of whatever the tribunal says. So, I mean, although it's law, they're still waiting on what the tribunal says, and that's not fair to the workers.
The BIMAWU has 87 members. Labor and National Insurance Minister Shane Gibson on the defense today against attacks from the opposition that the government's proposed January 2016 deadline for the implementation of its national health insurance scheme is yet another pipe dream. F&M Deputy Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands recently said it was unlikely the plan would ever come to fruition, especially considering the administration has failed to meet any of its deadlines. Mr. Gibson shot back outside Cabinet this morning.
It is really difficult for me to keep responding to an always rejected man who wants to be a politician. Right? He is at his best when he's criticized, and I'm not going to endorse him or authenticate what he says by responding to it. As soon as he's able to be elected in Parliament and the people say that we want you, then I will speak to him.
The Christie administration is making its second attempt at implementing this universal health plan. In its previous term, the government began consultation on the issue. Just recently, it re-engaged the services of that same consultancy firm. However, the government has been tight-lipped on how much it is paying the Costa Rican-based company for its services. Minister Gibson insists the government is not operating in a vacuum.
As soon as we have all the information and we are ready to release the information, we will release it. It makes no sense to me personally to release information bits and pieces at a time. And so as soon as we are ready to release the appropriate information through the appropriate means, then we will do so. But at this time, we're not going to be releasing information as the committee meets every single day. We won't do that. But at an appropriate time, we will release all of the necessary information.
Mr. Gibson previously said aspects of the National Health Insurance Plan would be implemented well ahead of that January 2016 deadline, but again today he was unable to give a clear time frame as to how soon that will happen. A Caribbean delegation rubbed shoulders with UAE leaders. In fact, that country's crown prince not only met with regional heads but exchanged views on developing relations. For the Bahamas, that includes exploring the possibility of placing a consulate in Dubai to serve the financial services sector, the ship registry, and to assist with the incorporation of Bahamian companies, as well as the authentication of documents for those services. The Bahamas is also said to be in the early stages of designing its pavilion for the 2020 Expo to be held in Dubai that same year. This will require the recruitment of Bahamian professionals to assist in its design and construction. Representing the Bahamas at those talks was Foreign Affairs and Immigration Minister Fred Mitchell. A team of Chinese doctors and nurses make the 7,000-mile trek back home after delivering the gift of sight to more than 100 Bahamians. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.
Need another reason to love Sundays? KFC Nassau's got a bucket full with our new Slammin' Sunday special. Purchase any classic combo or mega meal Monday through Sunday. Bring your receipt to KFC on Sunday and get 8 pieces of chicken for just $9.99. 8 juicy pieces of our famous chicken for only $9.99. Get any flavor you love with KFC Slammin' Sunday Special. Sundays with KFC Nassau are so...
Pretty boy, pull over.
Hey, Miss Susie, what you saying?
Epic tires for this bloody wheel truck here. Any and all sizes. Don't know. Epic over there. Tires for this chutney. Does it look like you have any issues with these?
Epic Fire Trail is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Saturday, and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Look at that fancy contraption. Plop that big truck tire off and on quick, and it ain't all jam up, and you can turn around easy and plenty space.
Oh, Miss Susie, you traveling?
Be quiet. Just smile for the camera. That's because you're used to real beauty. How did you do that?
What, get my clothes so new and clean?
No, so old and dingy.
How dare you?
How dare you? Look, honey, if you want your clothes to look bright and new, you gotta use Blanco lavender bleach with the green cap. Ow!
Blanco bleach with the green cap?
Pay attention. It's right there on the screen.
How do I look?
Look like you need a little lavender bleach yourself. Sorry, if the bleachers make me dizzy. Come back. I was joking.
ESC Distributors Wholesale, the experienced beauty suppliers, has everything you need to look your best, feel good, and enhance your beauty. Soaps, creams, lotions, and oils in top name brands, including those sought-after bedazzled products. ESC Distributors has facial powders, matte and shimmer eyeshadows, and luscious lip glosses. And for your hair fancy, an exciting array of hair and hair products. ESC Distributors Wholesale, Nassau's premier beauty suppliers. Soldier Road, opposite NCA, 394-0819.
25-year-old Duran Neely of Avocado Street was today charged in a magistrate's court with the New Year's Day murder of Jason Clark. Court dockets allege that the jet ski operator shot and killed Clark, who also answers to Slacks. Neely was also charged with attempting to kill Michael Praval on January 1st. A second man, 24-year-old Rashad Larota of Walnut Street, is alleged to have joined Neely in a second attempt to kill Praval on April 17th. The pair was also charged with possession of a firearm with intent to end the life of Edward Butler. They were not required to enter a plea to the charges and will return to court on May 19th for mention. Attorney Shaka Seville represented Larota, while Ty Pinder is Neely's lawyer. There are 4 wanted suspects on the loose, each sought by the police for serious crimes. For instance, 23-year-old Kirkwood Roll of Mason's Addition is allegedly behind a murder. Police say Roll is dark-skinned, slim-built, and about 6'4" tall. Meantime, 19-year-old Travis Cooper of Taylor Street is accused of armed robbery. The teen's described as dark-skinned, medium-built, and about 5'7" tall. The third man on the loose is 33-year-old Keno Kelly, a.k.a. Blue of Camp Road. He's wanted for causing grievous harm. Kelly is also dark-skinned and slim-built. Police are also on the hunt for 32-year-old Franklin Stubbs, the Montclair Alley resident who's wanted for armed robbery. Is dark-skinned, slim-built, and about 6'3". Anyone with information on any of the suspects' whereabouts should call into the nearest police station.
During the surgery, they discovered that I had the vision of a 90-year-old. I'm only 50 years, and I've lost almost all of my sight, all of my vision in my right eye. And they worked. It was a wonderful job that they did, and I received 20/20 vision.
Dexter Nemore is referring to the cataract surgery he underwent at the Princess Margaret Hospital last week, a procedure that was free of charge to 101 Bahamians. The surgeries came after months of planning and preparation, beginning when the Bahamas government received and accepted a proposal from the People's Republic of China to send a team of 8 doctors and nurses to the Bahamas to work side by side with a local team of professionals to perform the procedures. All were done between May 1st and 12th, and leading what has now become a part of PMH's extended healthcare family was Professor Yang Lu.
We finished 101 cataract surgery. I think it's very successful for us. I want to thank all the staffs, all the doctors, all the nurses, technicians, administrative staffs in the hospital. You are so nice supporting us. You feel us feel like home, like at home. Yeah. So you made us work very happy.
Health Minister Dr. Perry Gomez expressed hope that what transpired over the past week will serve as a template for further collaboration between the Bahamas and China governments.
Cohorts of nurses from New Providence and Grand Bahama were trained in ophthalmic nursing, laying the foundation and human capital for the procedures executed as part of Bright Journey. In addition, the I-Wing operating theaters where the procedures for Bright Journey took place were only recently renovated and expanded as part of Princess Margaret Hospital's phased infrastructural redevelopment plan.
Now, Bright Journey's generosity is certainly not limited to surgical expertise. The team turned over more than $570,000 worth of equipment, instruments, medical supplies, and pharmaceuticals used during the procedures. And what some of us take for granted, others only dream about. For a 15-year-old boy who's been diagnosed with a rare condition where a large tumor sits on his brainstem, a dream come true would be a visit to the Bahamas and a massage on the beach with his family. Well, thanks to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, that's exactly what Noah Backford soaked up recently. The teen and his family were treated to a massage by Cabbage Beach Massage, as well as a stay at Atlantis Paradise Island. Noah, who's had 4 brain surgeries over the past 2 years just to survive his condition, said the idea to come to the Bahamas came from seeing an Atlantis Paradise Island television commercial. His mother, Jenny Beckford, said her son made the best choice ever. Noah's hoping to make another trip to the Bahamas for his 18th birthday, and we certainly expect that you keep that promise to us, Noah. That wraps up this segment of our news. Stay with us for a check on sports and weather.
This is your smartphone on 4G, and this is your smartphone with the scorching fast data speeds of 4G LTE. LTE is 5 times faster than 4G, so you get the music you want, well, now. And buffering? Forget it. Stream your movie non-stop from the moment you press play. LTE offers a whole new mobile data experience that isn't just 5 times faster, but also 5 times smoother and 5 times better. Experience mobile data speeds in a way that will change your life forever with LTE. Live the experience. BTC every day.
It wasn't raining when Noah built the ark. It's not too late to build yours. Weather the storm with fidelity.
Squires of the Square Table Lodge, number 201, modern free and accepted Masons of the world, fraternally and cordially invite you to attend a service of thanksgiving in honor of a distinguished Bahamian, Sovereign Illustrious Duke B. Smith, 33rd degree Patriarch, past Supreme Grand Master of modern free and accepted Masons of the world, the most decorated Bahamian in Masonic history. Saturday, the 31st of May, 2014 at 4 p.m. at St. Agnes Anglican Church, Blue Hill Road, followed by the testimonial and gala reception at 6:30 p.m. at the Ballroom Government House. Dress code, Masonic dress, fully regaled. Public dress code, black tie. Tickets can be purchased from the 17 Shop, 5th Terrace, Collins Avenue, on or before May 27th at a cost of only $60.
If you could see the inside of your engine running on Shell Helix Ultra, you'd see how active cleansing technology really works. Continuously cleaning and protecting your engine. Shell Helix Ultra with active cleansing technology. Performance you can see.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Torino Saunders here. This is your JCN Evening Sports. Sports is being brought to you by Facades Men's Fashion on Blue Hill Road South. Enrico Forbes, a 6'5", 300-pound right tackle who played his college football career at Washington State University, has been given an opportunity of a lifetime. He was not drafted in the NFL draft just last week, but the Green Bay Packers, they have signed him to a rookie contract, and he will attend their rookie camp. He will have a great chance to make the team based on the fact that Green Bay did not draft any new offensive tackles. He is the second athlete from the Frank Rutherford Foundation in less than a year to play professional sports. Forbes joins Waltia Roll, who becomes the first female to play WNBA basketball from the Bahamas. The junior division of the Bahamas Golf Federation will hold the Junior Nationals this weekend, May 17th and 18th, at the Lucayan Reef Golf Course in Freeport. They expect a field of 24 junior golfers from Abaco, Grand Bahama, and New Providence. Also, there will be 16 juniors representing the Bahamas in the Caribbean Junior Championships in Puerto Rico starting July 27th. The Bahamas Bowling Federation has announced that its monthly handicap tournament will be held this Saturday, May 17th at Mario's Bowling Palace. The registration fee is just $40. The event will start at 12:30 p.m. with registration. They'll start bowling at 1 p.m. Also, the Tournament of the Americas trials will run from May 27th to the 29th. Registration forms are available from the Federation. The Bahamas Top 50 National Basketball Rankings, they continued today. At midnight last night, number 34 came out. Anthony Pratt, he's ranked number 12th in that 10 to 12th grade class. He's a 17-year-old, 6 feet 7-inch basketball player right now attending St. Louis Christian in Missouri, ranked number 34. And if you missed it on Monday, the 35th ranked player was DeJour Adley. He's a 17-year-old, 6 feet 2-inch player right now playing at Sunrise Christian in Kansas. The College of the Bahamas is gearing up for the 8th edition of its annual summer camp. Its sports camp starts June 23rd, will run through July 18th. They'll have basketball, soccer, track and field, and swimming. Kids between the ages of 8 and 13 years old invited out to the camp. Contact Coach Sean Bastian at COB 302-4591 to get your kids registered for the COB summer camp. Tonight in the NBA, Washington and Indiana will play Game 5 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. 7 o'clock start on TNT. The Indiana Pacers lead that series 3-1. Then at 9:30 tonight on TNT, the LA Clippers and the Oklahoma City Thunder in a massive Western Conference semifinal matchup. They're all tied at 2 games each. It's Game 5 tonight. LA Clippers, Oklahoma City, 9:30 on TNT. That'll do it for your JCN Evening Sports. Once again, it's being brought to you by Facades Men's Fashion on Blue Hill Road South.
At Henry F. Store Electric Company, we supply all your electric needs for any size project, from residential housing to luxury hotels. We can help you achieve just the right look, from doorbells to chandeliers, table lamps to ceiling fans, wire, conduit, panels, dimmers, switches, plugs, and even tools. And don't forget light bulbs. We have those hard-to-find energy-saving fluorescent bulbs and more. Henry F. Store Electric, number 135 Macklin Street. Over 50 years of reliability, service, and low prices. We also ship to the Family Islands.
The FML Group of Companies, whose owner and CEO is Craig Flowers, is making waves in many parts of this region as he has received government approval for the establishment of gaming platforms in the Turks and Caicos Islands, Bermuda, and now in Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
The team that we have here in Haiti has gone above and beyond my expectations. I'm very pleased with the way things have gone. It certainly taught me a great deal with this type of reception, and I'm going to take a lot from it as I go back home and give a lot of thought to it.
With FML Group of Companies, everyone wins.
For that sophisticated, silky smooth look, Bedazzled gives you Ultra Double Platinum 100% tangle-free human hair. Bedazzled Ultra Double Platinum. Full of body, full of life. For that perfect blend, Ultra Double Platinum, it's the world's best human hair. It's Bedazzled. Available at the Beauty Shack, Soldier Road, opposite NCA.
The weather is brought to you by Bedazzled 100% tangle-free human hair, distributed by the Beauty Shack.
Good evening, and this is your JCN Evening weather. First look at our satellite picture. Satellite picture, a whole lot of clouds around and some shower activity. As you can see, we have the surface trough with central Bahamas in the vicinity of Exuma, Kidd Island, and Crooked Island, and moving towards the west at this time. A whole lot of clouds over central and southeast Bahamas. There's some of the northeastern islands, Eleuthera and Abaco. Most of the clearing is over Grand Bahama and the Bimini at this time. But that'll be moving towards the and that'll impacting increasingly clouds tonight and tomorrow over the central and northwest Bahamas with some showers and possible thunderstorm activity. In your marine forecast, those winds still on the strong side. Those winds blowing easterly at 15 to 20 knots, seas 4 to 7 feet. Your tides, you can expect a high tide at 7:26 tonight. Your next low tide comes at 2:11 tomorrow morning. Sun arriving 6:26 in the morning, set moving at 7:47, UV index 6, your water temperature 78 degrees Fahrenheit, and the moon phase now moving towards the full moon. Weather night, partly cloudy and breezy with a few showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, you look at 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Tomorrow looking at variable cloudiness but breezy with scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms as the system moves over the northwest farmers, high temperature 86 degrees Fahrenheit. On your Friday weather look, we expect to keep those clouds in the forecast through Friday and then some clearing by the weekend. Temperature daytime will be in the mid-upper 80s, at nighttime in the lower 70s. That puts a wrap on your this evening weather. I'm Godfrey Burnside.
The weather is brought to you by Be Dazzled, 100% tangle-free human hair. Distributed by The Beauty Shack.
And with that, we end our news this evening. From all of us here at JCN News, have a wonderful and safe evening, everyone.
Take that mess from off the wall. Give that baby back its ball. Leave all the people things alone. There's other ways to get involved. Get involved, don't be no fool, stay in school. Let your mind become a tool. Jails were made for fools to be. Locked away from society. Get involved, get involved. Get involved, get involved. Get involved, get involved. There's other ways to get involved. Get involved, get involved. Let's go. All right. Woo. Don't be no fool, stay in school. Let your mind become a tool. Jails were made for fools to be. Locked away from society. Get involved, get involved. Get involved, get involved. Get involved, get involved. There's not a way to get involved. Come on, get off of me! Woo! Okay! Woo! All right, let's go! Woo! Woo! Don't be no fool, stay in school.